I'm a native Texan. My dad was a mechanic, got to the 6th grade. My mom was a domestic and got to the 4th grade. But hardworking people really taught us about character and that working hard meant a great deal. We didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up, and I wanted a bike. And the kid across the street had a bike that they were going to sell, and it was $15. I still remember as this was yesterday, and my mom said, we don't have $15, so you have to figure it out. And I started a TV guide route, for no better way. And I remember I would go around the neighborhood and I would sell these TV guides for 15 cents. I raised that money, I earned the money and gained the $15, and I purchased that bike on my own. And it was beat up and it was used, but it was my bike. And that was my first purchase, and I just remember the independence of having that ability to earn my own money. At Girl Scouts of Southwest Texas, one of our patches is our financial literacy patch. And it is in great demand for our in-school programming and in many of our high schools where we teach financial literacy and the very basics on balancing checks and what to do with a credit card. If I have the opportunity to talk to young people about financial issues, I encourage them strongly to save money. It's so important just to have savings because it allows you to set yourself up for choices. I always talk about my very first paycheck as a young private in the Marine Corps, or PFC. I used to get $148 a paycheck, and I would put $140 of it in the bank, and I would keep $8. I didn't have a car at the time. I just really put as much of that into savings as I could. But it was just really important because my choices were later, somewhere time later, I will want something. So setting goals and knowing that these are the sacrifices I wanted to make up front mattered a great deal more later on. So when I had that first big purchase, I took great pride in knowing that I'd earned it. I think every one of us looks for something that matters. And I'm not sure if it's about a legacy. I think it's just you make a difference. And I think more importantly, it is about the next generation of leaders who happen to be women. And so when I look into a little girl, a little Latina that looks like me, it reminds me, maybe that's the little girl that was me, that somebody looked at me and said, wow, there's somebody that could be something by an investment. They made a difference because they invested, and here I am today because somebody believed in a program, an organization that made a difference.